there and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you all had an amazing holiday Christmas season, and it is 2 days after Christmas. I'm getting ready to do some meal prep for my upcoming shifts at work, and I decided to update my world's greatest vegan ranch dressing because it's made using cashews. And I uploaded that recipe video 8 months ago, and at that time I was just transitioning to a whole food plant-based diet, eliminating oil from my diet, and that dressing was a really good way for me to transition off of oil and off of rich fatty foods. But now I rarely use cashews in any of my recipes anymore. I find that they're just too heavy, and I really like the lighter taste of using either white beans or potato, or cauliflower is one of my favorite things to use for a creamy dressing or sauce. And today I'm going to use silken tofu. This whole block of tofu only has 5 grams of fat, and it makes a lot of dressing. So I start with a block of silken tofu. This is extra firm, but you can use any kind really. It'll just affect the consistency of the dressing. You might want to add a little more or less water. And these packs are so easy to store. They don't need any refrigeration. And if there's a little bit of liquid inside, you can just go ahead and dump that in. That's fine. Yeah, someone commented on my original ranch video that, wow, there's a lot of fat in this dressing. And I thought, wow, you know, it's true. I don't really use that amount of fat in my dishes anymore. I don't think it tastes very good. I don't need it. I recently, for Christmas, I made a sauce for a green bean casserole out of cashews, and it tasted really heavy and rich to me. So my tastes have lightened up, and I don't require that much fat in a meal anymore to satisfy me. So your taste buds really do change. So I have the block of tofu in here. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I have 1 clove of garlic. This is a huge clove of garlic, and I am going to be having this dressing at work, so I'm only going to use half of it. I don't want to knock anybody out with my breath. 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This gives it a nice flavor depth and a little bit of a cheesy taste. 1 tablespoon of chia or flax seeds, or you can use hemp seeds. Any of those seeds will thicken the dressing up a little bit, and it adds great healthy fat and omega-3s, which are so important. I'm adding a teaspoon of salt. I'm actually using this new stuff I bought when I went to the mainland. It is smoky garlic and sea salt. I usually buy some kind of salt blends, garlic salt type of stuff, and use that instead of regular salt because it just adds more flavor. I have a half a teaspoon of onion powder and a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. This is going to be pretty garlicky. Feel free to skip that raw garlic if it's too strong for you. I love garlic, and raw garlic is so good for you. So it's good to have just a little bit with every meal. I'm going to put some fresh ground pepper in here. And then we need a half a cup of unsweetened plant milk. You can use oat milk, almond milk, soy milk. Just make sure it's not vanilla and it's not sweetened. I'm actually just using water today. I'm going to put a slice of apple in there to give it some sweetness. I either put a tablespoon of raisins or 1 date in there. It's like whatever I have on hand that's sweet, I'll put in there just to give it a little bit of sweetness and round out that apple cider vinegar. I'm going to blend this up, and then I'll add the herbs. Okay, it looks creamy and thick, and it's mostly white. I ended up adding a teaspoon of white miso and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and a total of 3/4 of a cup of water. You could add more water too. This is very thick, and it will thicken up in the fridge because of the flax I put in there. Now I'm going to add my herbs, and I want them to stay, I don't want them to blend completely into the dressing and make it all green. It's just prettier that way with little flecks of herbs. So I have a teaspoon of dill. I just love dill in this. If you have fresh dill, please use it. I'm using a half a teaspoon of thyme and a teaspoon of parsley. And then I'm just going to pulse it really quick to get them incorporated, but not to blend them up. Okay, I don't know if you can see the little flecks of the herbs in this dressing. It looks so good. It tastes amazing. I only pulsed it for like 2 pulses to get this kind of blended, but not all blended up together. Look at how thick it is. You can add more water if you like it thinner, or if you're gonna use it as a dip, you can just leave it like this or even put a little less water. I just have a simple salad. I'm gonna put some more fresh pepper on top, and let's give it a taste. So good, so rich and creamy, low in fat and high in protein. I also want to invite you guys to a 21-day plant-based challenge. Let's do a whole food plant-based challenge for 21 days. You know that you develop new taste buds every 3 weeks. So 21 days is a perfect amount of time to get the junk food out of your system, develop some new taste buds. These whole plant foods are going to be tasting amazing after 21 days. It starts January 3rd, and it's going to be dip your toes in the plant-based lifestyle. See how good you feel after 21 days. It's a free Facebook group. I'll put the link in the description below. I would hope that you guys join me and we can inspire each other and encourage each other to spread this wonderful lifestyle of eating whole plant foods. It's good for you, it's good for the environment, it's good for the planet, it's definitely good for the animals. So let's give it a try in January. So join me January 3rd. Click the link in the description to join the group. It's a free Facebook group. I'll be coming on there with inspiration and tips, and we can all just support each other, and any questions that you have can be asked and answered there. I hope you guys have an amazing day and give this dressing a try. You're really gonna like it, and I'll see you in the next video.